upcoming matchup against the Baltimore Ravens for the AFC North. I'm going to listen to TJ Watts, and then I'm going to chime in and drop my feelings and comments. Hopefully we get some of your comments, and I'll react to those.
Feeling after a week of practice, and what do you think the likelihood is that you'll play on Sunday?
I feel pretty good, honestly. Don't know if I could say that a week ago, but I feel really good. I feel really confident about the week of practice and excited to play.
Can you tell us about the lung issue, how it occurred, and what's been the process of getting yourself back up to playing speed?
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys saw got dry needling at the facility. Didn't feel right. Shortly afterwards, was in a significant amount of pain. Ended up going to the hospital, and as you guys saw, ended up needing surgery. And the recovery was just different because it was something I wasn't used to. But I'm very thankful for everybody here. I'm very thankful for Dr. Levy at UPMC for taking good care of me and helping guide this whole process back. It's been very unique, but I feel really good sitting here today.
TJ, is that something that treatment that you used many times over the years?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think a lot of guys, not in this facility, but across a lot of professional sports, use dry needling a lot. Just so happened to be a fluke thing, apparently.
Is it willing to, is that something you'll continue to use going forward, or are you going to kind of reevaluate?
No, I'm gonna take a break for now, for sure.
What was the biggest challenge of your recovery? Just waiting on the procedure, trying to get back with the team.
I mean, anytime you spend 2 or 3 nights in the hospital, it sucks. But luckily, I have a great support system here with my wife, obviously, my family. Everybody at the team was really supportive, and I think more than anything, it was just trying to figure out how to attack coming back. And it's not the knee, so it's like it's all new feelings. I didn't know, it was a surgery I wasn't very familiar with, but I'm very happy to feel as good as I do right now.
Was the dry needling done by someone who had done it on you before? Was it somebody that was from the team or that you brought in from the outside? Kind of how does that work?
No, I don't have anybody that does stuff on the outside. Everything I do is in the facility.
How scary was that process, especially right after you had to head to the hospital? And give us an idea of your emotions for those couple of days.
Obviously, very scary. Just a significant amount of pain. Obviously, anytime you go into work and then have to all of a sudden need surgery sucks. Just a lot of unknown, but I'm glad to have the doctors that we had, the surgeon that I had, and to be able to be here and playing in a football game this weekend is all I'm really focused on now.
Are there any hard feelings with the organization from this happening at the facility?
No, I mean, right now I'm just focused on winning now.
Are you under restrictions in terms of what you can do and physical-wise at all?
No, I mean, it's still so early. Like I said, I had a great week of practice. I had no limitations. Tried to simulate as much as I could with shoulder pads and stuff like that. But you only simulate so much. So I feel really good right now. Hoping that's the case on Sunday as well.
What are your thoughts on specifically your group, the outside linebackers, in your absence? Seeing Herbie even go down, Sawyer stepping up, what they were able to do in your time out.
Yeah, I thought those guys have done an awesome job. Back is really cool too to see him and see him get some playing time. But obviously, Alex has been on a tear this last month. It's been awesome to see him play good football. Jack to get a pick, just to see him continue to flourish in his role. And obviously, Herbie, you guys know how special a player he is as well. So just excited to be back with those guys.
How important was it for you to get back for this game?
Oh, huge. This is a huge game. Obviously, we just started the playoffs a week earlier, and we get to have a home game. So really excited to get back out here in front of Steeler Nation and leave it all on the field.
You're playing for your snap count on Sunday in terms of cemetery, yourself, or see how you feel? Or?
Nothing's been discussed.
When you were going through the process, did it affect anything like eating or anything like that? Did you lose any weight, or did it?
I mean, there's a lot that went into it. Obviously, you guys can understand that, but what I've touched on is pretty much all I really need to touch on.
Early in the season, if there were some plays where it looked like there was miscommunication between maybe you and Joey, sometimes the corners in terms of crack replacement, which TA has told us about. How do you see this team get better at when teams try to catch you guys out leverage on the outside and defending that, this team's with past 3 weeks allowed the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
I think it's a good mix of schematics, obviously. I think it's also a good mix of just us understanding how to play the defense better as a whole. And that's been a key to the defensive success of these last couple of weeks for sure.
And then you've been the defensive leader for this group along with Cam Hayward for some time. How have you seen a lot of the young guys on this defense adapt to the culture and the schematics and the overall picture that you guys try to put together to be a great defense?
I mean, the more that we meet, the more we're around each other, the more infectious that everybody is on how we like to play defense, how we like to meet, how serious we need to take things. It's been really good set of meetings over these last couple of weeks and really good clean practices. A lot of guys understand the importance of the situation that we're in, and that's what leads to successful football, especially on the defense side of the ball.
What kind of response have you seen from the guys in this locker room this week since the loss in Cleveland and just the disappointment that you guys were going through up there?
I think just you flush it, and it's the importance of this week, honestly.
TJ, you've been really open and candid about how frustrating it's been to have a season done the way that they have for you, as long as you've been here. Is there anything you do to kind of tell some of the new guys, whether it's someone like Aaron who's been in the league for so long, or a rookie, just about trying to get this franchise over the hump?
I think everybody understands the magnitude of this game. It's just a matter of going out and getting it done. I think that's kind of the key every single year. Everybody knows how important these games are. Everybody knows this is what you train all off season, your whole career for, games like this. It's just a matter of executing when you need to execute.
Last year ended with losing to this team and running the ball well against you guys. You know, a lot of guys have been added: Derek Harmon, Y.A. Black, Nick Harrison, better. What about what you guys have done this year can give you the confidence that this time to end the DOT or end the season or extend the season, you guys are in a better position as a defense to stop Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson?
I mean, I think we put together a great couple weeks of stopping the run. I think we know we have not only the personnel but also the schematics behind it, and we have confidence. And not to say we haven't had confidence in years past, but I feel very good about where we're at right now.
Day to day, you won a bunch of times yourself. How much thought and collectively you guys put into your vote? Do you do something like that when you think of Kenny, joining the team this year?
A lot goes into that vote. Honestly, it's not a vote that any of us take lightly. It's a huge honor. And Kenny G, man, he's made so many plays in the run, in the pass. A great teammate as well. He works hard. Can't say enough great things about him as a player and as a teammate. So I'm just excited for him.
Campaigning that goes on behind the scenes?
No campaigning allowed.
Hold on, I've won
Okay, I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. It's good to see that TJ Watt, it is very good to see that TJ Watt has been cleared to play against the Baltimore Ravens. I didn't think we had a chance in the HELL. If TJ Watt didn't play, my Pittsburgh Steelers blew the game last week up there in Cleveland. What I didn't know until last week is that the Pittsburgh Steelers have only won 2 games out of the 8 matchups up in Cleveland. We were 2-6 against Cleveland. I had no idea that the Browns was beating us like that up at home. But what I'm actually surprised about is to see TJ Watt in as little as 3 weeks be able to get cleared to play in this game. I know my brother had a puncture long before, and I know it took him a while to recover. So it's just amazing. It's just amazing. This game coming up is going to be a primetime game on Sunday at 8 o'clock. Let me know in the comments, do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers may be able to pull off a miracle? Yes, I'm calling it a miracle. I'm calling it a miracle because we do not have DK Metcalf in this game. You know, he got suspended from getting in the altercation with the up there at the game when the Steelers beat Detroit, when the DK Metcalf got an altercation with a fan and got a 2-game suspension. He appealed it. The appeal didn't get approved. I thought it was going to at least get dropped down to 1 game and he'd be able to play this last game. But the NFL shield said, oh, no, it ain't happening. And that hurt Metcalf's pocket. That hurt his pocket bad. $277,000 per game. That's close to, if you round up, that's $500,000. $500,000 for getting into it with a fan. That just wasn't smart. It just wasn't smart at all. I did not expect DK Metcalf to do something like that. So it's all or nothing this Sunday on prime time. Y'all be locked in. The way the Baltimore Ravens played last week against the Green Bay Packers last Saturday, man. Derrick Henry, 4 TDs, 216 yards rushing. Boy, I hope he get gassed in our game. But it's, I'm glad TJ Watt got called back to be able to play in this game. So at least we'll have a chance to slow down Derrick Henry. But my concern is on the offensive side of the ball. We definitely saw in the Browns game where Aaron Rodgers had no key weapons on the outside to throw to. Had no outside weapons. DK Metcalf, and that's Aaron Rodgers' go-to guy. And without him being in the game, it looked like Aaron Rodgers was lost out there in that game last week when we lost to the Browns. Rodgers so used to throwing to DK Metcalf over 80% of the time. It's just crazy. So now, so we didn't have our number one wide receiver, DK Metcalf, in that Browns game that we lost. We didn't have Austin. He was out, but I believe he's cleared to play in this game. We're definitely going to need him. And then the Steelers were so worried about Myles Garrett getting a sack record that Myles Garrett was just throwing the ball away. He really wasn't even trying to get the ball downfield until towards the end of the game. And then at the end of the game, if any of you watched the game, which was crazy, is that Aaron Rodgers and Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator, decided to go 3 plays back-to-back against the Browns' best defensive cornerback, Denzel Ward, All-Pro. Went at him 3 times. It's just ridiculous. Went at him 3 times. So I just do not understand what was the logic behind that. I just don't understand that. But hey, it's an all or nothing. Winner takes all. I just seen where TJ Watt just dropped this interview, a short and brief one that he's planning on playing in the game, what the game, because of the magnitude of what the game means for the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The ramifications is what I'm concerned about. Everybody's calling for Mike Tomlin to be ousted out of there, but we got to be careful what we ask for. Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season in 19 years. We get so used to the standard that we don't appreciate the standard of not having a losing season. Ask the Cleveland Browns. They haven't been to the playoffs since 2020, I think. At least we get to the playoffs even though we lose the first round. But I would at least like to see Aaron Rodgers beat the Baltimore Ravens. We win the AFC North. We play in the playoffs, and hopefully not lose the first playoff game. We win the first playoff game, which we haven't done in many, many years. And hopefully Aaron Rodgers gets to go off into the sunset. But Steeler Nation, drop your comments. Or if you Steeler Nation or Steeler haters in here, do you think there's a chance of the Steelers where 6.5 point underdogs in this? Might be 7.5 points. It's one of the two. Let me know your comments. Let me know. Do you think the Steelers may be able to have a chance to win this game? We are playing in Pittsburgh. That'll be even more sour if we lose the game in Pittsburgh, because the fans will truly be screaming for Mike Tomlin to get ousted out of there, which to me is insane. There's a lot of teams that has a terrible, terrible organization, and the Pittsburgh Steelers is not one of them. I know we're used to excellence, and we haven't won a Super Bowl in a mighty long time, but I don't want to lose Mike Tomlin either. Do me a favor. It doesn't cost a thing. It's free. Hit that thumbs up. It'll spread the live feed out. Drop your comments. Will the Steelers win the game? If the Steelers don't win the game, will the crowd be screaming when Mike Tomlin's walking off the field for him to be fired, which I think is ludicrous? He doesn't deserve that. Let me know your thoughts. I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. I launched 2 other live channels for 2026. The first channel, and I'll drop it in the comments, is called Premier Sports Media for You, and the other channel is called Premier Sports Zone. All right, I want to transfer all my live content and live collaborations over to that new channel. Once I get to 50 subscribers, we're on the way to 4,000 subscribers on Premier Sports Talk. Thank each and every one of you for being a blessing to me on Premier Sports Talk, because without you blessing me, without you tapping in, without you subscribing, there is no Premier Sports Talk. So I'm going to drop the 2 channel names in here in the comments as soon as I get off of here, whenever you may tap in and watch live. Again, please hit that thumbs up. It'll push the live feed out into the YouTube algorithm. Drop your comments, good, bad, or indifferent. Or do you like seeing TJ Watts being able to play in this game? Do you think the Steelers have a chance to win? And then the loser of this game, do you think Harbaugh era ends in Baltimore with the Baltimore Ravens? Do you think the Mike Tomlin era is over in Pittsburgh? Because for either organization, if they're not there no more, who's better than them? Who's better than Mike Tomlin and Jim Harbaugh? I can't think of nobody off the top of my head, but y'all let me know. Happy New Year. It's July 2nd. Thank you all for being a blessing again. And most importantly, be a blessing to someone else. And I promise you, I know the Most High will give you a blessing back double-fold. Again, I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. New channel just launched, Premier Sports Media for You and Premier Sports Zone. See y'all when I see y'all. I'm supposed to be doing a live collaboration with Going Strong Podcast and Browns Football Talk tomorrow. Hope you join me. There'll be a notification going out. Peace.